What happens when you sneeze during Peekaboo? Pikachu! Bike Chain Starters, Episode 28, Pikachu. What's going on? I'm Pokewelder Zach, and today we're making Pikachu out of bike chains. Before we get started, if this video hits 1,000 likes, I'll be giving a giveaway to one person from the comment section below. So, what do you think about the intro joke? Do you have a better one? Or do you just like Pikachu? This is the second to last episode for the Bike Chain Starters series. Quite a mouthful, but it's been an awesome project that I've been working on for the last year. I'm super happy with how it turned out. And with all that, let's get on to the build.
Pika Pika, let's get started. Alright, so we are first going to lay out the head, which is 2 6s and 2 4s. The body, which is also 2 6s and 2 4s. The ears over there to the left are 2 4s. The tail is a 9, I think it was, and the legs were all single links. Now, I did end up doing some mid-process changes, so those two in the middle, the 2 6 links, are actually going to end up being 5 links. And then while the arms stay as singles, the legs actually turn into 3 links. And again, this was just a mid-process while I was recording, so I did get a little messed up. But to start off with the head here, we're going to stack those 2 6s in the middle and then tack on the 4 on the top and the bottom, and then we'll be adding the 2 ears onto the top as well, just sort of right there on the sides of that 4 link. Now for the body, like I said, these actually got changed to 5 links because I think that it made the design a little bit better. In the initial design, I used 6 links, and it was just kind of big. And although I do love a good Chonkachu, it wasn't what I was looking for in this design. Now because it is a 5 link, it did have some additional gaps, so I had to put some spacers in there before I could add the tail on. But once the tail is on there as well, we can start adding the arms and legs. So first we're going to start with the arms. Again, those are just single links. We're going to add one on either side right there near the base. And then I was kind of messing around here with the single links for the legs. And as you can see here, I switched them to 3 links because I think that just overall for the design, everything, it just looks a lot better and a lot more like Pikachu. So yeah, I made that mid-process design and I'm very happy with it. So yeah, that's a quick build of Pikachu right there. Pretty simple to the point, using that angle grinder to get down the final little bits of detail, and that gives us our raw Chainachu.
One moment, please. We are in the second to last video for the Bike Chain Starter series, so if you've been enjoying this content, consider supporting the channel over on Patreon in the description below. I do announcements, Pokemon of the Month, early release, and much more. So again, if you've enjoyed this content, consider supporting the channel. And with all that, thank you to my current patrons, my future patrons, and let's get back to the video.
Alright, and onto the paint. He fell over there. Unstable Chew. I'm just adding Chew onto everything at this point, I guess. But at this point, we're gonna give him the red, his little red cheeks there. And again, I'm using a paint pen this time, which is pretty different than what I've used in the other ones. I ran out of my red and my black paint without realizing it, and so luckily I had these paint pens and they work pretty well, but they're also kind of a pain to use. So I try to avoid them, but they did work in this case. So red for the cheeks, black for the tops of the ears here. One of the main issues with the paint pens is just getting in between all of the links. The benefit is that I usually only have to do 1 coat with them just because they're a little bit thicker and whatever's in the paint pens, again, I only have to do 1 coat, but it is a little bit more of a hassle actually applying that 1 coat, and so I still prefer the paint. So the final bit of Pikachu here is going to be adding his brown layers, so the base of the tail as well as his 2 little stripes on his back. There's a little bit of an awkward spot in there, but managed to pull it off. And there we have our Bike Chain Pikachu from raw chains all the way up to its final painted form. Would love to hear what you have to think about it.
Thanks for sticking around to the end. Hope you enjoyed watching Pikachu come to life. Remember, when we hit 1,000 likes, I'll do a giveaway to one person from the comment section below. So, what did you like about the video, and what would you like to see more of? As a reminder, this is the second to last video for the Bike Chain Starter series. So, if you're just tuning in, go ahead, check out those other ones. Or, if you've been here the whole time, then leave in the comments below about what Pokemon you'd like to see next. I currently have a few projects on the backlist for my live streams, so those are going to be coming out soon. But I would love to hear your ideas and what you'd like to see in the future. So with all that, second to last video, we got one more left coming out next week. Until then, sign off with a Totodile smile.